Not because your reflection changed, because you are. That's the moment life speaks. Now imagine this. Walking on a tightrope, high above the ground. No safety net, no applause, no instructions. Just your next step. And whatever curve or life decides to throw at you. And whether it whispers or it roars, it teaches. That is life's mentorship. Not always kind, not always clear, but always intentional. You don't always hold your hand. Sometimes it will trip you, so you learn the balance. Sometimes it will push you beyond your comfort zone, so you can discover just how far you can go. Usually, just face first and a lesson you didn't even ask for. Mr. Chairman, excellent when I just started out my career as an IT professional, couldn't tell me I had not at all figured out. Spoiler alert, I didn't. Life had other plans. The company I was working for at the time, they had other plans. They had announced a 40% reduction in work staff. Suddenly, I was on that tightrope, wobbling with every step, praying. Gravity would just cut me a little bit of slack with the curveball incoming. I thought life was throwing things to knock me down, but it was teaching me resilience. And that every curveball was an opportunity to knock it out the park. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's just the first draft. Life, like our wisest mentor, teaches us that not everything happens on our own time, on our schedule. I once spent months chasing a promotion I sure I deserved. I stayed later, I worked harder. Guess what? Promotion didn't come. At least not in the way I envisioned. At that time, they didn't tell me life was not punishing me. But I realized now it was prepping me. Because sometimes the best things come, we're not even chasing them. Much like a mentor who lets you stumble and helps you realize where you went wrong, life gives you grit. Think of a sculpture working on a block of marble. Every chisel of that hammer knocks away a little piece that isn't part of that masterpiece. Sometimes, when life chisels it away, the will say, hey, be gentle. I'm a delicate sculpture. But you know what? Every crack, every chip, it helps reveal something stronger underneath. Put your hands. How many of us are holding on to something we probably should have let go of last year? Let's be honest. It always hard, Exactly, that's right. We all hold on to things. A woman we should have let go. A dream that no longer fuels us. A relationship that no longer fuels us. Just like this rope, we tie knots into our lives. Thinking to keep us grounded. But in reality, keep us stuck. I look back and realize that life was nudging me the whole time. This knot, it was not good enough. This knot, fear of change. I was convinced that staying in the one place was safer than moving forward. And I realized that tying each knot won't come easy and it won't be instant. But with each knot that you release, you get a little bit more room of freedom, a little more room to grow. So, Toastmasters and guests, I ask this question. If life is our ultimate mentor, are we listening? Are we listening to the whispers? Are we listening to the yells in all caps when things don't go our way? Because here's the truth. Life doesn't give you a certificate of completion. It gives you character. It won't handle the syllabus, but indeed, trust, it will handle situations. And sometimes it will send the final exam for a lesson. But every moment is a chance to learn. Every curveball, an opportunity to knock it out the park. So that's your homework. I won't grade it next week, probably, we'll talk about that sidebar. Treat every experience like feedback. Treat every setback like a seminar. And treat every day, like a lesson worth learning. Because when you don't just survive life. You go beyond your comfort zone. A powerful quote by Roy T. Bennett. Change begins at the end of your comfort zone. So stay curious, stay humble, harness that intrepid attitude throughout your everyday life. And for heaven's sake, take notes. The next life lesson can begin tonight or tomorrow morning. Thank you.